2, Jackson Hull, his first. To the line for 2, Chad Everett. His first, Keith second. Timeout line.
we can hope that after a little time of rest, we hope that Jared Wrigley, he finds his shooting performance and he'll get back off. As Cole Watkins, he's going to go down there.
Blanchard taking the lead back again. Current score, Blanchard 5, Tuttle 4.
Piercy. Down low to number 5, Everest.
Oh, wild pass. Off the back.
Throws it off the pole. Stays in bounds, though. Got to love that little bounce rule.
Blanchard fans not happy about that.
The backboard
He
cut the
just
shot.
over the
blocked.
backboard.
Excuse me, Overcash. Wrigley inside. He's going to be fouled and one. Excuse me, not and one. He's going to the line.
Okay, and looks like the camera is back on.
All right.
There is currently 1:19 left in the quarter. Blanchard leads by 1. Jared Wrigley with the chance to extend that lead a little bit further.
And ladies and gentlemen, we do apologize for any inconveniences with our stream, as Jared Wrigley's first free throw is short. We're seeing some rare misses from Jared Wrigley tonight.
Yes,
This is
3
his-
straight, I believe. Is that not?
Yeah, I believe it is. And he's also over 3 from three-point tonight as well.
You don't see that very often. As he
There it is.
makes another one.
His lines go up 6-4. A little over a minute left here in this first quarter. Piercy to Overcash. Back to Piercy. Use it off to Avalar. Overcash. He's going to try to work inside. Good defense from the Lions. Joe hand off to Nix. Back to Overcash up top of the key. Dribble hand off to Piercy. Back to Overcash. Overcash, he's in the paint.
Ross Johnson just keeping right around the goal.
Jackson Nix for 3 is good. Tigers take the lead 7-6.
Got to appreciate Ross Johnson there, keeping them from getting anything up in the paint and making them resort on hitting threes. They knocked down that last one, but it's probably better. It's probably safe to say it's better to have them launching threes the whole night than shooting little jumpers right under the goal.
Smalley, he's holding the ball, trying to let the clock run. That is one advantage of having no shot clock in Oklahoma basketball. As Watkins, he has the top of the key.
Over the hole. Back to Watkins. Back over the hole. Little back and forth action here. Hole drives.
Finds a
down
good
to
Emory
Smalley.
Smalley.
It is
That's good.
Great play
And that's-
calling by Jeff Ward right there.
And that is how the first quarter is going to end. What a pass to Emory Smalley. And that is how the Lions are going to take their lead 7. Yeah, the Lions lead 8-7 going into the second quarter. So, Caleb, Cade, from what we've seen from this very first quarter, very defensive and so far kind of low scoring. What do you think both these teams have to do to up their game in this next quarter?
So I think right now Blanchard just needs to work on free throws. I mean, Jared Wrigley's a little bit off tonight, but I'm sure he can bring it back. And what about you, kid?
Yeah, I have to agree with that statement about the free throws. Lions definitely struggling from the free throw line so far, but both teams really not doing too great scoring-wise. Majority of Tuttle's points right now so far are off fast breaks, and a good chunk of the Lions' points are just off of backdoor cuts and their own fast breaks. So it's really just looking like right now so far who can outrun who.
Yeah, very back and forth game.
I feel like that is how the past several Blanchard Tuttle matchups have been. The last time these two teams met was December 5th, 2023. So this past semester, the Lions ended up getting the slight win, 62-59. So I expect a pretty close game, and that is what we've seen so far. As Avalar, he's going to inbound it for Tuttle. Gives it off to Overcash. To Nix, back to Overcash, guarded by Wrigley. Avalar, who works inside, he's going to get fouled. I believe that's going to be on Ross.
Tell who that was.
On Hull.
Oh, they're going to call that on Jackson Hole.
Gabe Avalar is going to go to the line for Tuttle.
Or that'll be on Smalley. Got a little confused there. Looks like the rest were holding up different numbers, but that one goes on Jackson Hole. Or sorry, on Emory Smalley. That'll be his first of the game. First shot, no good.
Personally, I think that was a smart foul by Smalley. Just to, let's see, how would I put this? just to get rid of the easy floater.
And Keegan Graves comes in the game for Emory Smalley. And I might have to agree with that statement. Both teams seeming a little bit nervous and really struggling making any sort of distant shot at all. Mid-range, three-point range, even free throws, you know. Overall a struggle from both teams, and at this point it seems like fouling might be the better option. Second shot, once again, no good. Ross Johnson with the rebound. He'll give it to Jackson Hole. He's going to take it down the court for the Lions.
Oh, he's met by number 0, Jackson Nix for Tuttle. Oh, he's trying to go right side. Passes defender, finds an open Cooksey for 3. Off the back iron, rebounded by Tuttle.
Looks like that's going to be number 20.
Over Cash. He's going to hand it off to Piercy. He's going to try to work inside. His shot over Ross is no good. Number 10 for Tuttle. Press. Lip a dot.
3, no good. Tuttle once again with an offensive rebound, which gives them the opportunity to throw it off of their defender and regain possession. Inbound.
Gives off to Piercy, left wing to Overcash. Overcash, she's going to work inside. Heads off to Nix. Back to Overcash. Work inside, guarded by Wrigley. Great defense from the Lions. Nix to Piercy. Piercy, he does not want to go down low against Ross Johnson, or else he's going to get blocked. Avlar, he's going to try to go inside, but he's going to get fouled.
And that's going to be on number 2, Jackson Hole. And not quite sure what's going on here. Okay, yep, that last foul is on Jackson Hole. That'll be his second of the game. Number 11 will inbound it here for the Tigers.
That's going to be Gabe Avlar. Avlar, high pass to Nix. Back to Piercy, dribble handoff to Overcash. Overcash, work inside, guarded by Graves. Gives it off. Be a loose ball foul.
Another foul.
I was going to be on Carson Cooksey.
And that'll be his first of the game. And I will be honest, guys, I was watching the ball. I did not see what happened.
I agree.
Yeah, I didn't see.
At first, I thought it was on Ross. It's Overcash. He's going to try to work inside. His elbow jumper is no good. Rebounded by Jackson Hole.
Current score, Lions 8, Tuttle 7. Just over 6 minutes left to play in the half.
Hold to Graves. Graves, he's going to find an open Carson Cooksey. Right corner, 3, no good. Rebounded by Wrigley. Threes are not falling for Blanchard tonight. Hopefully they can change that later on in the game as Ross. He's going to lose it down low. It is stolen by Tuttle. Lipholt on the fast break. Gets off to Nix. And it is no good. His life is no good, but he's going to be fouled. He's going to the free throw line. It looks like they're trying to get Ross for a goaltend, and it looks like they do.
And just like that, Jackson Hole picks up his third in the first half. And it looks like they're going to call the goaltending for slapping the backboard. And I will say, I don't know if I have ever seen that before.
I've seen a backboard block, but I've never seen a goaltend off of hitting the backboard.
Now, I will say, he definitely hit the backboard like he was hitting a defensive lineman, and it definitely made the goal shake, so I could see how that would get called.
And, of course, with Ross being 6'6", he got up there. As Nix's free throw was good, Tuttle leads 8-10. Little under 6 minutes left here in the second quarter. Lions, they're going to break Tuttle's press. Smalley works in the corner, gives it off to Graves. Graves working right side, back off to Smalley, to Cooksey. He's going to find Jerry Wrigley in the corner 3. No good. Once again, Ross gets the rebound. No good. Loose ball. Graves has it. Intercepted by Nix. He's going to work his way down the court.
11 drives.
That's
This layup no
Avalar.
good. Rebounded by Wrigley. Wrigley throws it down the course to the big man.
Ross to Graves.
Back up to Smalley. Looks like the Lions are going to take this opportunity to set up their offense.
Wrigley, 3 again.
That's
good.
There we go.
And hopefully that lights the fire as he is currently 1 for 5, I believe. 1 for 5 or 1 for 6.
I believe that's 1 for 5. Is that he's leading the scoring tonight with 5.
Definitely a low-scoring game for both teams as we've seen their games get into the high-scoring numbers. But really just puts into perspective how great the defense is.
Tuttle's 3 is good. That's going to be across the loophole.
And just like that, they match the 3 as they get the lead right back. Currently leading by 2. Blanchard 11, Tuttle 13.
Cooksey. He's guarded by Avalar. Smalley, and Coach Word's going to want a timeout. 4 minutes, 12 seconds left here in this first half of regional basketball. Lions trail the Tuttle Tigers 11-13. Caleb Cade, been a very defensive game. Blanchard's shooting is not really up to its usual standards. How do you feel that after coming out of this timeout, the Lions will need to do?
Well, Nate, what I got to say is hopefully that 3 from Jared Wrigley will not just light a fire for him being one of the better shooters on this Blanchard team, but also light it up for guys like Carson Cooksey and even Matthew Tonsing, because the Lions, everybody on the court can shoot the 3 ball except the big man. Natural thing right there. Big man can't shoot. And hopefully that 3 will just really set up everybody else to start knocking down their 3s as well, and they can take back this lead and run away with it.
Jared Wrigley, he's going to be on the inbound for Blanchard. As we're going to see number 13, Matthew Tonsing, check in for the first time tonight, along with number 3, Cole Watkins. Smalley gives it off to Tonsing. Left side, gives it Smalley, his 3. Just no good, rebounded by Graves. Back out to Tonsing. Tonsing to Graves. Graves, he's going to take the low elbow jumper. That's good. Keegan Graves, he gets on the board tonight for his first bucket.
And that'll tie up the game here, 13-13. Really just showing how close of a game and how both teams are going to fight tooth and nail to take away this game.
Overcash, he's going to try to penetrate left side. Good defense from Tonsing. He's going to find a cutting Nix. His layup is good, and the and 1. The foul's going to be on number 1, Emery Smalley for the Lions. That is not what you want to happen if you're this Lions team, because that will be the 5th foul, and that will put Tuttle in the bonus for the rest of this quarter.
And that'll be Emery Smalley's 2nd foul of the game. And this isn't really like him to pick up a bunch of fouls early in the game. Even if it's only 2 in the first half, it's very unlike him to pick up more than 1 foul a game.
Yeah.
Jackson Nix connects with the and 1. The Lions are in a really no good, really bad situation as Smalley has 2 and Jackson Hole has 3. And Jackson Hole was really been a key force in this Lions team this year. Wrigley, he's going to get trapped in the corner, and it's going to go out of bounds off of number 11, Gabe Avalar.
And number 44, Ross Johnson, and 24, Carson Cooksey are going to check in the game for Cole Watkins and Emery Smalley.
Cooksey off the inbound, gives it off to Wrigley. Wrigley back up to Cooksey, high top key. Back to Wrigley. He's going to take the deep 3. Air ball. Rebounded by Overcash.
Oh, and the fast break pass way over his head almost smokes one of our Palm girls down there. Not quite sure where that one was going.
This is a very rare start for Jared Wrigley as he is 1 for 6 from behind the arc tonight.
And you can definitely see how him having a slow shooting night can really affect them as they are actively down 3. As
Cooksey.
Carson Cooksey has the ball, gives it to Graves. Over to Wrigley in the corner. He drives, dishes it back to Graves.
Find Carson Cooksey, his 3 to the corner. Just off the front of the rim, rebounded by Tuttle.
3-on-2 break.
That's going to go.
Stolen by Cooksey, but
That's going to go out of bounds on Matt, I believe.
Looks like it'll be out of bounds on Matthew Tonsing as Cole Watkins checks back in the game for Jared Wrigley. Really unfortunate there as the Lions really could have used the ball back there to get it back, get the game going back towards them.
Avlar on the inbound gives it off to Loophole. Loophole, he's guarded by Cooksey. He gives it off to Piercy. Overcash, he's going to try to penetrate inside. Gets it back off to Piercy. Loophole to Overcash. Left side wing, guarded by Watkins. A little over 2 minutes left here in the second quarter.
Great
Cole Watkins on the
defense by Cole
steal.
Watkins.
That's going to be looks like it's going to be a foul. Cole Watkins is going to go to the line.
Definitely a shooting foul there. And that'll be on Pierce. That'll be his second of the game. Cole Watkins getting a chance to shorten this lead a little bit more. Current score, Lions 13, Tigers 16 with just over 2 minutes left to play. First shot is good.
I just want to say, great defense by Cole Watkins right there.
With Ross out of the game, when Ross is out of the game, Cole Watkins does a really good job stepping up as a size factor, as his second free throw was no good. Rebounded by Jackson Nix for Tuttle.
It's impressive to see Cole Watkins have really good interior defense as well as extremely good perimeter defense. Being able to pick off some of these shifty little guards, but being big enough to really keep some of these larger guys from scoring down low.
Grace, he's deflects it out of bounds. It's going to be Tuttle's ball. Avlar gives it off to Nix. To Pierce. Top of the key, guarded by nobody. Gives it off to Avlar, who gives it off to Lippold. Lippold to Nix in the corner, guarded by Graves. He's going to take it up to the wing on the left side. Off to Pierce. Trying to get something going. Dribble handoff to Overcash. He's going to try to penetrate in. Back out to Overcash from Pierce. Cole Watkins, another steal. It's going to be a 3-on-2. Graves, he can try to penetrate inside. Carson Cooksey, corner shot, three, good!
And just like that, they will take
Carson
the lead.
Cooksey.
Really, really good shot there for Carson Cooksey. Blanchard needed that so much, and he provides. He is definitely one of those guys that can be relied on in close moments like this right before going into half.
Nix, his three, no good. Rebounded by Cooksey.
And Cole Watkins just thinking on his feet, or well, his knees on that one play.
Yeah, really impressive from Cole Watkins. He ditches it out to Keegan Graves. He finds the open man and Cooksey in the corner. As taunting, he has it. He's double teamed. That's going to be a foul on Tuttle. That's going to be on Lippold.
That'll be his first of the game.
That's going to be the third team foul for Tuttle this quarter. We're going to see
looks like
number
number
two,
two.
Noah Clark.
Taunting has it up top. Oh, and he's once again going to be fouled, and that's going to be on number 11, Gabe Avalar. That'll be his first of the game.
Excuse me for the inconvenience. It's actually number 2, Major Sharp, not Noah Clark. I was looking at the wrong number. I apologize.
And I will say that is an intriguing name, Major Sharp. Really don't see names like that very often. Carson Cooksey has it up top, swings it over to Graves. Back up to Taunting. And it appears as if maybe Blanchard's going to go for last shot here to go into half.
They have the lead as well. As Graves to Taunting, trying to run the clock. 10 seconds left here.
Maybe trying to run it underneath again.
Watkins has it, swings it over to Carson Cooksey.
What a look. Cooksey for three. No good. Rebounded by Graves. Put back. No foul called. Taunting with the rebound. Fadeaway. Jumper for the lead. Got it. Good. Matthew Taunting ending the half with a buzzer beater fadeaway to put the Lions up 3 going into half. 19-16. Wow.
Really impressive shot. Busted out the dirt fade. Just
that was
knocked down.
Beautiful.
An easy little jumper to extend the lead up to 3 going into halftime.
And of course,
wow.
They're definitely 100%. They're playing all-star for Matthew Taunting right now after that fadeaway jumper from the straight corner. That was beautiful.
I mean, the improvisation right there by Matthew Thompson, just amazing. The play didn't work out. He got right there under it, made a little fadeaway.
Great effort from the Lions.
Made the shot when it counted.
And so we've seen a really defensive game from both teams tonight, kind of low scoring a little bit. Well, the first quarter was kind of low scoring, and they ramped it up in the second quarter. For halftime, what do y'all have to say about both teams? What do they need to do to step up in both ways? Mainly for the Lions and stepping up their offensive game.
I mean, just the plain thing is just the shooting. And we just got to make those shots, those free throws. And they definitely started fixing it late in the second quarter. And then Tuttle, if I were them, I'd cut back on the fouls. They got 3 right there on Matthew Tonsing right before that end of the quarter.
Yeah, definitely shooting for the Lions, making free throws, knocking down threes, hitting the little jumpers too. They have definitely been struggling, making some layups, probably around 50% on that so far. Definitely unlike them, but they are stepping it up slowly, and it's just progressively getting better as the game goes on. And I will have to agree, maybe Tuttle should pull off the fouling a little bit, as they picked up quite a few before it went into halftime. And another thing for them is, at first, they were just running the floor, just running the fast break repeatedly, and it started working out for them for a second. But of course, our Lions adjusted to it, and now it's not really going their way. They just seem to either turn the ball over or miss a layup. So maybe for them, maybe they should pull it out and slow it down more, and maybe try and run their offense.
It seemed like they started panicking late in that second quarter, and I mean, it was just bad play right there.
The Lions did a really good job using that to their advantage to get back on the board, and now they lead 19-13 as we have Carson Cooksey and Jared Wrigley with 5 each, Cole Watkins with 3, Graves, Taunting, and Smalley all have 2. So far we are yet to see 2 of the Lions' really big point makers on the board in Jackson Hole and Ross Johnston. As we did mention this earlier, Jackson Hole has 3 fouls. So I expect Coach Word has to be really careful this upcoming half. And with him being in foul trouble, that is a really bad situation for this Lions team, especially for the Lions defense as well.
Yeah, Jackson Hole is such a very athletic player. He makes those plays when they need it most.
Definitely one of the guys you can rely on there. And, of course, you got guys like Carson, Cooksey, Ross Johnson, and, of course, Jackson Hole really starting off slow on the scoring. So hopefully into this next half they can pick it up. There is just under 7 minutes until we come back with more Lions basketball. You are watching on BlanchardLions.tv. Do not go anywhere. We will be back.
And we are back here in Blanchard, America for the second half of our broadcast tonight. Carson Cooksey on the inbound. He's going to give it off to Hull. Lions lead 19-16 starting the third quarter. Jackson Hull, who's going to give it off left side to Wrigley. Wrigley, we saw a very slow start for him in the first half, only going 1 for 6 from three-point. That's going to be a push foul on number 5, Chad Everett for Tuttle.
And just like we were talking about before we went away, just Tuttle with these fouls is he picks up his third. Definitely not a position you want to be in coming right out of halftime.
Yeah, they just picked right up where they left off.
Wrigley gives it off to Graves. Back off to Wrigley. High left wing gives it off to Hull high right wing. To Cooksey. Back off to Hull. He's going to try to penetrate inside. Finds Cooksey. Down low to Ross. Big man's going to make his way down there. No good. It's rebounded by Tuttle on the fast break. We can see Everett missed the layup.
Broke his layup.
And that's going to be number 11, Gabe Avalar. He's going to recover his missed layup and put Tuttle on the board. Lions lead 19-18. Hull is trying to get by his defender. And Avalar gives it off to Wrigley. Graves, he loses his pass.
Very unfortunate there as Keegan Graves just wasn't ready for the pass. And it bounced right off his chest.
Overcash, his three, no good. Rebounded by Pierce. I think Overcash, he tweaked his ankle, landed on a Blanchard defender. Pierce, his three, no good.
Rebounded by Carson Cooksey. Gives it to Hull. Hull's going to take it down the court for the Lions.
Overcash, you can see in his face, he is in a little bit of pain. He tweaked his ankle, falling on the Blanchard defenders. Ross down low.
There we go, Ross.
Ross, he gets on the board tonight.
And there we go. Finally, the big man getting his bucket down low. And hopefully there's many more to follow.
Ross's size really helps him out down low. There's not many guys like him.
Definitely not. You don't see a whole lot of guys that are not only tall, but also large. He is a large man, and it definitely helps this Lions team having him down low.
Overcash trying to penetrate inside. He's going to find Pierce. He loses his dribble. Hands it off to Nix. He's trying to work inside. He's rejected by Ross. You cannot do that if you were Tuttle. Hull, he gets by his defender. He's going to pull back outside behind the arc. Back in to Graves, top of the key. Graves trying to penetrate. Wrigley, he's going to go for the corner shot. As rattles in.
Jared Wrigley.
Jared Wrigley, so far good start for him this half. Gone for one this whole quarter.
Definitely a good start. Pushing up for 2 for 7.
I believe so.
Number 5's three. Way
Short.
off. Rebounded by Ross Johnston.
That was Chad Everett on the
Attempt.
Wrigley, back-to-back threes. In and out.
Not quite.
That's going to go out of bounds on Ross Johnston.
As
Ross Johnston.
number 1, Emery Smalley, and number 3, Cole Watkins check in for Graves and Johnston. Looks like Blanchard's going to go with a little bit of small ball here. Really looking to run, as clearly that is Tuttle's thought process coming in. Let's just get out and see if we can outrun him.
Even though we have him listed as a 5'5", Jackson Hole, he makes up for his size with his athleticism.
And not just his athleticism, his pure aggression. He is an aggressive little guy, but he makes up for it in other ways.
Wrigley, he misses his layup. It's going to be a jump
Tied
ball.
up by Cole Watkins.
That's going to go Tuttle's way.
Not the best thing for the Lions, but they will be going on defense here. Hopefully they can get a stop and get the ball back. 11 has it, guarded closely by Hull.
Overcash. Pierce. Overcash, he's trying to make his way inside. Gives off to Nix. To Lippold. Down in the paint. Is stolen from Jackson Hole on the fast break. He's going to lose his dribble. It's going to go out of bounds on Blanchard. I believe that was Cole Watkins who touched it as he was diving out of bounds.
definitely unfortunate. Jackson Hole taking a bump and just started going down. No way to save himself or the ball. Cole Watkins just couldn't get there in time, and now it'll go Tuttle's way.
Avalar at midcourt. He's met by Jackson Hole. Hand off to Overcash. Left wing guarded by Smalley. Now guarded by Watkins. Ball move from Tuttle is picked off by why can I not talk right now? It was deflected by Cole Watkins. And it's going to go out of bounds on Tuttle.
And good play on Watkins' part. And honestly, you just got to really just point out the hustle here as he goes diving for it. Sliding a couple feet there. He'd have ran into the wall if it wasn't for Ross Johnston being in the way.
Hole, his pass is deflected. Nick's on the fast break for Tuttle. Gives off to Overcash. Inside is good.
And an extremely good layup for Overcash with all the coverage being provided by Emery Smalley. Tough layup, tough finish. Nice 2 points.
Watkins on the baseline. He's going to Cooksey to Ross. His
Good
Kareem
shot,
floater
Ross
is
Johnson.
good. Ross Johnson is going to get back on the board. He has 4 on the night.
Blanchard now with a 6-point lead.
The Tuttles, they're going to have to call timeout. We're going to take it with them. 3 minutes, 2 seconds remain in this third quarter. Lions up on the Tigers, 26-20. You are watching Blanchard Lions basketball on BlanchardLions.tv, or also known as Lions Sports Network. We are back here in Blanchard as Tuttle. We're going to take it off the inbound. It is going to be number 11, Gabe Avalar. Hands it off to Pierce, to Nix. Guarded by Tonsing. To Overcash. To Everest. Down low. Be deflected by
loses the
Smalley.
ball.
And that'll be jump ball. It's going to go Blanchard's way. Extremely good defensive play there from Smalley. Instead of going for the shot in the air, he decided to stick his hand out and catch it down low and knock it out. And he managed to tie it up, and now it'll be Blanchard's ball. Got to really enjoy good defensive plays like that, Nate.
100%. Matthew Tonsing checks in for, he's been checked in for the Lions as he takes up top, gives it off to Watkins, back to Tonsing, trying to work inside. He's getting called for a travel as he runs into, I believe, Pierce for Tuttle.
And for Blanchard to keep extending their lead and take this game, they're really going to have to cut down on little mistakes like that, especially all the mental mistakes.
Nick's back to Overcash. Gives it off to Avalar. Overcash to Everest. Cross court to Nix. To Pierce. High pass cross court to Everest.
Ooh, stolen by Matthew Tonsing. He'll take it the other way. 2-on-1 fast break.
Cooksey. That's
Is
good.
good.
It's good. It's going to
Go
get
for a
that
blocking
and
foul. It's going to be
one.
an and one. The foul's going to be on number 5, Chad Everest.
And once again, another tough finish for the Lions. Cook getting his chance to extend this lead to 9. Current score, Lions 28, Tigers 20 with exactly 2 minutes left in the quarter.
So far, Carson Cooksey, he's doing a really good job on leading this team in points tonight. He has making that 8
And that extra point shot is good. Tuttle will be taking it the other way.
Both Carson Cooksey and Jed Wrigley have 8 points on the game tonight, followed by Johnston with 4. As Pierce gives it off to Overcash. Back to Avalar.
Really closely by Thompson. Thompson running everywhere to guard the ball.
Lions are making work of this 2-3 zone defense that they are running. We've really seen them run a lot this year.
And it's working out well so far as it is knocked out of bounds by Emery Smalley. That's going to be Tuttle's ball.
We're going to see number 25, Luke Owens, check in for the Tigers. Caleb, how do you think this Blanchard defense has done tonight?
Well, I think they definitely picked it up in the second half. I mean, now getting a lead of 9. They've just done really good keeping him out of the paint, cutting back on the fouls.
That's true. Lions, they have
Thompson playing close defense here.
Tuttle's layup is no good. Rebounded by Cole Watkins. As Tuttle gets it back, and there's going to be a foul on Watkins as he tried to get the ball from number 11, Avalar.
That is Cole Watkins' 4th foul.
No, that's going to be his first.
And we will point out
Number 5. I don't think the score right, the foul's right there, right? Because right now it's saying that Everett has 5. I do not believe he has 5. I think maybe 2.
Okay, that'll be Watkins' first of the game. Okay, and I was about to say I do not remember him picking up that many fouls, but Watkins typically is one of those that picks up quite a few fouls and gets into foul trouble, and it's good to see him really cut down on that as the season goes on.
Overcash. Gives it off to Avalar. To Owens. His 3. No good.
Rebounded by Carson Cooksey. He's going to take it the other way for the Lions. He gives it the hole.
40 seconds left in the third period.
Set up their offense. Johnston down low.
To Hole.
Out to Hole. Gives it back up to Smalley. Smalley pump fake drives over to Taunting in the corner. Throws it back up top to Carson Cooksey, but that's going to be a timeout Lions. 25.6 seconds left in the quarter. Current score, Blanchard 29, Tuttle 20.
Lions are doing a really good job right now on the defensive side of the basketball, but obviously stuff to watch. The fouls is Jackson Hole has 3, and Cole Watkins, he has 1, but I wouldn't be surprised if Tuttle tries to give him some more later on the night, as it is a really defensive game right now. But also, as we've seen, Lions have done a really good job defensively, only letting Tuttle score 4 points since halftime. And Tuttle, they've given up 10 points for the Lions. So that's good to see.
Definitely an impressive defensive game from the Lions. Even with the offensive struggles, you got to take the good with the bad. And honestly, the best offense is a good defense. And they are showing that off here tonight.
Wise words, Cade. That should be put on a T-shirt.
It's just an old saying. I bet it's on a couple T-shirts out there. Not about.
I would sure hope so.
Definitely hear some of your older coaches say that. Might have heard old Coach Blackburn say that a time or two. Looks like Carson Cooks will inbound it for the Lions. Gives it to Hole.
It's being met by Avalar. Back to Cooksey. Cooksey cross court to Taunting.
Back to Carson Cooksey. And
it's stolen away. It's going to go.
Blanchard ball.
Out of bounds on Tuttle. Tuttle fans are not happy about it.
And it looks like Jackson Hole was just terrorizing the Tuttle crowd as he bumps their player and gets the ball back. Respectable play there from Jackson Hole.
Really good defensive player.
To Smalley. Oh, and he's going to be fouled.
Another foul on Tuttle. That's going to be on Avalar.
Tuttle definitely starting to play a little bit more emotional in this half as Blanchard continues to extend their lead.
Crowd is going crazy here. Gotta love these rivalry matchups.
That's going to be 14 fouls for Tuttle as well. One more will put them in the bonus.
5 seconds left. Gives to Cooksey. Over to
Ross.
Johnston.
Cooksey.
Taunting for 3. Oh,
Just
no
short.
good.
Just short.
I thought we were about to have back-to-back buzzer beaters from taunting. Well, ladies and gentlemen, ending the third quarter and going on to the final quarter of regulation. The Blanchard Lions are up on the Tuttle Tigers, 29-20. All right, boys. Blanchard Tuttle, obviously the biggest rivalry in Blanchard history.
Honestly, one of the bigger
compare it?
rivalries in the state.
What would y'all compare it to Newcastle?
I think it's bigger than Newcastle.
I think so too.
You know, and back in the day, Newcastle and Tuttle used to have a really strong rivalry, but I think it's more or less turned into that nobody likes Newcastle. But you got to give teams like Newcastle credit where it's due, as they took down the Lions a couple weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, with a close game. But definitely a huge rivalry tonight in Blanchard and Tuttle. And honestly, the only rivalry I can think of that might be bigger is just Bigsby and Jinx.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
But you got to love these smaller town rivalries.
That's right. Good old Tri-City rivalry, with Tuttle only being about 20-minute drive north, I believe northwest. What would you say, northwest, Caleb? Northwest-ish.
Yeah.
We're going to see Tuttle. They're going to get the ball started the fourth quarter. Overcash on the inbound.
And as we start this fourth quarter, I do just want to just want to point out the appreciation of the town and how much they come out to support these Blanchard teams.
This is probably the biggest crowd of the year. As Overcash gives it off to Pierce. To Nix.
He drives.
Corner.
His shot.
Tough shot. Contested, no good. But get the rebound. Overstreet, fading away three. No good. Rebounded by Ross. Gives it to Jackson Hole, who's going to take it up
the other
floor.
way.
He's going to get by Avlar. Tough defense from
Gives it to
Tuttle.
Smalley. Smalley has it up top. Throws it over to Watkins.
To
Watkins to Cooksey. Cooksey going to give it back up top to Hole.
Lions going to try to let something work as
Down
Ross
low
has
to
it down low.
Johnston.
They're going to find open Cole Watkins. Corner three. That's
It is
good.
Good. Beautiful shot.
Cole Watkins, he has 6 on the night.
Just like that, extending the lead to double digits up to 12.
We're going to see a blocking foul on Cole Watkins.
And that will be his second of the game.
Cole has done a really good job of staying out of foul trouble tonight. And Jackson Hole, he's been doing a really good job on controlling his fouls, as he had 3 in the first, and he hasn't fouled since.
Definitely a good job on the self-control, staying away from jumping at.
As he's going to get the
silly
steal.
little
Cooksey on the
Pass
fast
to
break.
Cooksey.
Layup is
It
good.
Extending that lead to 14. Jackson Hole, a little bit of an acrobat there as he, while falling down and spinning, throws it to Cook for the easy layup.
Everett tries to work inside, gives it off to Pierce. He gives it off to Overcash. Another block
another
on
blocking
Watkins.
foul.
That's going to be his third.
And just like that, in this half, Cole Watkins picks up 3 fouls. And honestly, the opposite of Jackson Hole.
But we're seeing booing from the student section right now for Blanchard. Avlar. Overcash. Back to Avlar. Overcash, right wing. Dribble handoff to Avlar. Overcash again. To Nix. Avlar. Overcash, he's going to take a 3. No good.
Rebounded by Smalley. He's going to give it to Hole, and Hole will take it up the court for the Lions.
Tigers are kind of cold from the behind the arc this second half.
Definitely been slow from 3.
Cooksey, his 3, just
No
short.
good.
He's going to get his own rebound. It's going to be stolen by Avalar on the fast break. His layup is good. That cuts the Lions' lead.
Down to 12.
Cooksey
has it.
to
Back
Hole.
Back over to Cooksey. And he's going to go the other way with it. Throws it over to Watkins. Watkins for 3.
In
No
and out.
good. Oh,
We're
and
going to see a
that's
loose
gonna
ball
be a
foul.
as Cole Watkins goes tumbling to the ground kind of late.
I believe the foul may be on Ross down low.
Yep, that is going to be on Ross Johnston, picking up his first foul of the game.
Lions have 3 team fouls on this quarter. Lions really need to control it because they do not want to be in the bonus for the rest of for the final 5 minutes of this ball game. Overcash. Get the screen from Pierce. Misrun gives up to Avalar, top of the key, back to Overcash, left wing. Another screen from Tuttle. Overcash doesn't know what to do, hands it off to number 5, Everett. He's going to work inside.
Going to get the layup over big man Ross Johnston.
Ross tried to go for the charge, but he did not get it.
Watkins has it. Over to Cooksey. Back to Watkins across the court.
Great
Drops it
catch
down
from
low
Watkins.
to Johnston.
Ross
Johnston's
uses big
baby
skills.
hook, no good. Rebounded by Smalley. He gets elbowed in the face, and he is on the ground. Looks a little confused. He's going to come back up, though.
He's elbowed from it's gonna be on Pierce. Pierce has 4. We're gonna see press loophole check back
Keegan
in.
Graves check in the game for Ross Johnston, and he will inbound it for the Lions.
Graves, he has 2 on the night, and so far Carson Cooksey, he's leading the way with 10. Graves to Cooksey, pump fake 3,
Out the
dishes
hole.
it out to Cole. Post
Good shot.
3. That's
It
good.
is good. Beautiful shot, Jackson Hole.
Jackson Hole gets on the board, and he is hyped up.
Definitely a crisp 3 there from Jackson Hole as Cole Watkins picks up his 4th foul of the game and 4th of the half. Being foulless going into the half, he just like that. He's got 4 fouls and he's right into foul trouble as Johnston checks back into the game with Jared Wrigley for Carson Cooksey and Cole Watkins. Definitely a unfortunate series of events there for the Lions.
Inbound pass for Tuttle.
Oh,
And Ross.
smacked out of there by Ross Johnson.
That's going to be a foul.
He will pick up a foul there.
I believe it was worth it.
Oh, that was,
I agree.
was actually on Smalley. So great block there from Johnston, but it looks like Smalley just caught him on the arm. And now Jake Pierce is going to be shooting 2 for the Tigers. His first shot is good. Oh,
Off
no
back
good.
iron.
Looked good, though, but
It looks like he has something in his ear down there. I think it's the Blanchard student section.
definitely student section getting in his head a little bit.
When you got Batman out there for the student section for Blanchard, you see another loose ball foul.
And
That's going to be on Overcash for Tuttle.
that'll be his first of the game. And it's definitely hard for these Tuttle players to make these free throws when they got the whole Blanchard crowd in their ear. And not just the crowd, they got Batman standing there menacingly, really getting in their head.
Shout out to Luke Meeker, Blanchard's Batman.
Jared Wrigley has it. Gives it to Smalley, but it is stolen by Tuttle.
Everett,
His pump fake and drive.
Looks like he's
and
gonna
he
be
is
fouled. I believe that may be on Graves or Smalley.
And that'll be on Smalley. That'll be his 4th of the game. It's not very often you see Smalley in foul trouble. He's typically pretty aware of his fouls and makes sure not to really just stick his arm out there in silly situations per se.
Regardless, that's going to be the 15th foul for the Lions. That's going to put Tuttle in the bonus for the final 4 minutes, 19 seconds left here in this ball game. Cooksey, he's going to come in for Wrigley.
Second shot is once again good.
Cuts the Lions lead just to 11.
Jackson Hole is going to inbound it for the Lions. Gives it to
Smalley.
Smalley's going to take it down the court.
He's by both defenders as he's going to be double teamed from Tuttle. Gives it off to Graves. He finds an open Cooksey for 3. Bang!
It is good.
Carson Cooksey from 3 to extend the Lions lead 40-26 with 4 minutes left here in regulation. Overcash. Dribble handoff to Everett. Works inside. Out of bounds on Tuttle. That's going Blanchard's way.
And it looks like Tuttle's player just wasn't ready and hits his hands, goes out of bounds. And once again, Blanchard ball And you can see how much being down by 14 so late in the game is affecting this Tuttle team. And honestly, they're starting to look like they're about ready to give up here.
We're going to see number 2, Major Sharp, check in for Tuttle. And you're right, Kay. That is a very interesting name, Major Sharp.
Tuttle just abandoning their game plan of fixing in on the shooters on Blanchard's side and just letting Carson Cooksey just demolish him from the three-point line.
Ooh, and that's going to be a foul. It's going to be on number 0, Jackson Nix.
Tuttle has 3 team fouls on the quarter, just 2 more. That'll put the Lions in the bonus for the rest of the game.
Very unfortunate for the Tigers.
As we're going to see number 3, Maddox Wilson, check in for the Tigers. He's going to come in for Jackson Nix. Cooksey on the inbound. Gives off to Smalley. He goes across midcourt. He's guarded by Wilson. Finds Jackson Hole in the corner. Back out to Smalley. Impressive catch.
Over to Graves. Drops it down to Johnson, but it's picked off.
Oh.
Everett, the fast break for Tuttle. He gets the layup. Tuttle's going to call timeout as the layup for the Tigers decreases the Lions' lead 40-28.
And
3
number
minutes.
3, Cole Watkins checks in the game for, I believe, number 5, Keegan Graves. As Tuttle calls a 30-second timeout. Now, Caleb, I'm curious to what you're thinking is being said down there, what Coach Ward is saying to the Lions players.
I think they're just saying, he's saying we need to finish. I mean, bad example under the basket there on the last play. They just couldn't get the pass or the shot down, and Tuttle just took it for an easy score. And so I think the game right now is just finishing out this fourth quarter ahead of Tuttle.
Definitely a good way to put it, as there is 3 minutes, 29 seconds left. Blanchard 40, Tuttle 28. Blanchard with a 12-point lead. And Jackson Hole is going to inbound it for the Lions.
Cole, who's moving in the inbounds, gives it off to Smalley. Met by a double team. To Cooksey.
Over to Smalley. Down to Watkins.
Watkins gets 2 defenders flying, and he's going to go up for the foul. That's going to be the 4th team foul on Tuttle tonight. I believe that is going to be on Avalar. It's going to be on Avalar. That's going to be his 3rd.
Cole Watkins getting a chance to extend this lead.
It was greatly drawn up from Coach Word. I've been able to just hear in on Coach Word's fast, what's it called? Man, my mind just went blank. Press breaks, and it just amazes me every time that the Lions, it's just so efficient that you can use that full court press break to their advantage and get down low with the numbers.
And how it's designed is it definitely does a great job in getting defenders to bite. And that's going to be a push. That's going to be on. It's going to be on the big man, Ross Johnson. That'll be his 2nd of the game. And
we're going to see. Oh, that's a foul on Ross. That would be the bonus for Tuttle. So Tuttle's going to shoot free throws.
And it looks like Tuttle's going to be making a couple subs here.
We're going to see Major Sharp. Oh, yeah, we're going to see just Major Sharp checking for Tuttle after this first free throw from Overcash.
First shot, no good. And it looks like maybe he just had that image of Batman in his bedroom keeping him from making that shot. Second shot is good. Shook the fear off and knocked down that second free throw.
We're going to see Wilson check in for Tuttle. Jackson Hole, he's going to inbound it for the Lions. Guarded by Avalar with 3 minutes, 19 seconds left in the ball game. Ross to Hole. Breaks the press. It's going to be a foul on Avalar. I believe that's going to be his 4th. Oh, excuse me, that's going to be on Wilson. That's his 1st. That's going to put the Lions in the bonus for the final 3 minutes, 15 seconds left of ball game.
And when you hit this point in these games, it really just comes down to knocking down the free throws and closing out. You know, just
Free throws are a really big part of winning ball games.
being up 4 possessions, you know, you just really can't afford to do anything silly here as Matthew Tonsing checks in the game for Emery Smalley. But, you know, a lot of pressure from here on out on making these free throws. Just knock them down, extend the lead, and make sure Tuttle gets ready to start those buses.
We'll see Graves checking as well.
Second shot is good, extending the lead even further to 13. And Tuttle rushing down the court to take it the other way. The layup is good, back to 11. And Jackson Hole's going to take it the other way. Gives it
That's
to Cooksey.
Down low to Watkins. This is going to be blocked from Tuttle. That was Avalar on the block. Just
Impressive block. Just volleyball swatting that down.
Jackson Hole is going to be intercepted by Nix. Nix finds
Layup no good. Rebounded by Graves. He fumbles it, and
timeout Tuttle.
that'll be timeout Tuttle. Starting to think maybe I spoke a little too soon there, Caleb.
Lions still lead 42-31 though, with 2 minutes 43 seconds left. Plenty of time for Tuttle to come back, but the Lions have a great defense that will
And
be
obviously
hard to go against.
the Lions relying on their defense just to continue standing on business tonight.
Tuttle, on the offensive side of the ball, they do have the advantage with multiple Blanchard players in foul trouble. So Blanchard really needs to watch that, as Smalley has 4. I believe Watkins has 3 or 4. Hole has 3. As Avalar's going to be on the inbound for Tuttle. On the floor for Tuttle is Avalar, Overcash, Nix, Pierce, and Everett. Cooksey with the steal.
Looks like Cooksey will take it away. This is down to Hole. Hole's layup
It's
is
good. Jackson Hole, he's got 7 on the night. Overcash. Deflected by Cooksey. Taunting on the fast break. Here comes Avalar. It's going to be stripped out of bounds, but Avalar's going to keep it as he goes out of bounds. Has to stay with Blanchard.
2 minutes, 22 seconds left to play. Tuttle making a couple subs here.
I will admit, got to give credit to where credit is due. That was
Yeah, that was a good play.
impressive steal. If that were football, that would be impressive. Holding the head top. Excuse me, not the head top, the high pass.
Honestly, there
fouled.
was a head tap
That's
there
true.
as he kind of jumped on top of him. Definitely unfortunate as Jackson Hole will now go to the free throw line.
That's going to be Avalar's 4th. That's going to be huge for this Lions team.
First free throw is
In
no
and out.
good. Very unfortunate.
Lions lead 44-31 with 2 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the ball game. We see number 15, Jake Pierce, checking for a title. See down low, Avalar and Tonsing, they're having a few words, smiles exchanged with one another.
Second shot is good. Jackson Hole doing a great job making his free throws when they matter.
Overcrash, dribble handoff to Everett, guarded by Hull. To Pierce.
The three.
Overcash 3. No good. Rebounded by Everett.
Ooh, and once
You see
again,
a charge from Jackson Hole. There it is. That's his first charge of the night.
and he does an extremely good job of playing it out too. Like, don't get me wrong, he's definitely taking a hit, but you'll see him just go straight down. He will fire his own body at the ground. He doesn't care. He wants that call.
It reminds me of Riley Langford from a few years ago, also known as the Charge King. But the difference is Jackson Hole is significantly smaller than Langford.
Ooh, and it's overthrown. That's going to be out of bounds. And here we go. And, of course, we talk about it all the time, the silly mistakes.
Final 2 minutes here in the ball game. Ball moving from Tuttle as Avalar. He's
The
going to take
three.
the deep three over Watkins. Air ball. That's going to go Blanchard's way. And the student section is just letting him have it.
Honestly, I'm not even sure if that was a shot. It looked like he was trying to hit the guy on the back door, but I am not too sure.
That's true. It was a very low arcing shot. That's Watkins. He has the ball. Not
Gives it
loose.
to Smalley. Smalley's going to take it the other way.
In dish
Goes with the
inside the
Cook.
Cooksey's layup. No good. Rebounded by Ross. Put back is
There we
good.
go.
Ross, he has 6.
The big man coming in handy here with these second chance points, helping extend the lead to 16, just putting the game farther and farther out of reach here.
For the Tigers. Overcash works inside. His layup is
Layup.
good.
This is good. Tough lay.
Timeout, Tuttle.
Timeout Tigers.
Tuttle calls timeout. We're going to take it with him. 1 minute, 27 seconds left to remain. Lions are up on the Tigers, 47-33. Full timeout. We're going to take it with them. You're watching Lion Sports Network. And we are back.
Smalley's going to inbound it for the Lions.
1 minute, 27 seconds left remain. Lions basketball.
Cooksey has it. Goes to Johnston, but it rolls past him, goes to Hole.
That's
Ooh,
gonna be
and it's going to be a foul.
a foul on Wilson for Tuttle. That's going to put a hold of the line. Lions looking to extend their lead with free throws pending.
First shot.
Jackson Nix, he's at the line for Tuttle. Excuse me, he's at the scores table for Tuttle as he checks in.
First free throw, no good.
He's coming in for Sharp. As we're going to see Keegan Graves also go to the scores table. Comes in
Check
for Ross.
Johnston. Blanchard starting with a little bit of those offensive, defensive subs that we love so much.
Oh, he missed his first free throw. Second one.
Shots. Once again,
Off
no
the back
good.
line. Rebounded by Nix. Nix works left. To Wilson, his three.
No good.
Long,
Rebound
rebounded by Smalley. To Graves. Back out to Cooksey. Cooksey dishes it out to Hull. Hull back up top to Smalley. Oh my goodness, what a
beautiful
pass from Cooksey.
Pass. Back up top to Cooksey.
The senior chemistry with those two is really nice.
Over to Graves.
Graves.
holding on to it.
Find
Over to
Smalley to Watkins down low. His shot
Ooh.
is blocked by Pierce.
Really aggressive block there.
Blanchard wanted an over back call, didn't get it. Nix, he's going to take a corner three at Rattle's
Good.
head.
Cutting the lead down to 11 with 35 seconds left.
And I think this one's going to be in the books tonight, boys.
Definitely safe to say it's in the books.
Good night. It's always a good night when Blanchard beats Tuttle, if you're a Blanchard fan. That's Hull to
And it
Cooksey.
looks like
Cooksey may
this
just
one's
hold
gonna
it.
get dribbled out. And Tuttle not going down,
Oh.
but
And that's going to do it, folks.
and that is
Lions,
game.
they're going to get the win over the Tri-City rivals and their Tuttle Tigers, 47-36.
I will say there must have been just something in the way tonight. As Tuttle just cannot get it going.
There's something in the air on this Saturday night. It's like Night Before Christmas. You can write a poem about it.
As we hear the just like football chants from the student section, Tuttle losing to Blanchard on every chance they get this year.
Yeah.
And it's very unfortunate for their town and for the rivalry overall.
Let's see, we've beaten them in football. We've beaten them. We've knocked them out in the state tournament in softball, and we just beat them in basketball. And Blanchard, this is going to get them the regional championship.
It's going to go ahead and call it revenge for the state baseball game.
Yeah.
And if you ask our fellow LSN commentator, Jace Vermillion, he says Tuttle better watch out as Blanchard, they're going to come in hot and ready this baseball season.
Well, and as we close it up here, just like to give a thank you to everybody that watched, and a thank you to, of course, everybody involved in the basketball program. You know, the coaches, the players, Luke Meeker as Batman in the student section tonight. And
as he was also a commentator with you yesterday for the girls'
as
game.
he did commentate with me the night. And, of course, a thank you to our media teacher, Ashley Robertson, for really helping make this possible. But Blanchard wins the regional championship, and they will move on to play at Hennessy next week, I believe.
Are they playing against Weatherford? That's going to be.
Not quite sure.
I think they're playing
I
Weatherford
think it'll be Weatherford, but
next Friday or Thursday.
next
Friday at
Friday
7:30.
At 7:30.
That is going to be a really, really tough matchup in Weatherford. They are the number 2 ranked behind Enola.
Believe it's Enola, yeah.
So
Tough matchup ahead. Got a lot of work cut out for him this week. But
Lions, they're going to. Coach Ward, I have faith in him. He's gonna
come up with a good game plan. Really get them set up and prepared to go in, and it'll just come down to just playing Lions basketball.
That's right.
But thank you, everybody, for watching. This has been Blanchard Basketball on BlanchardLions.tv. Thank you for watching. We will see you next week.